Good morning, everybody. I think it's still morning. It's almost 11 o'clock. Half the day's almost gone. Already had 2 appointments today. Pretty excited to finish up a big week for us. We had a really strong month for us. Did over 20 deals last month. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Matt Hockley. Good to see you, brother. Matt knows all about big months. Superstar agent, real estate investor, mentor. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. So I want to talk today about this week. We purchased 2 properties from real estate agents, which is no big deal. Okay, everybody does it. But it was more how the deal came to us that I wanted to share with everybody, particularly my friends that are real estate agents. And I wanted to make sure that everybody knew how to bring us a deal or what a deal might look like from a real estate agent's perspective, and then what you can expect from me and from us. So one deal that we bought this week was a property that this particular list agent went to. It was a listing appointment. They got by way of referral. And what's up, Julie? And they went to the listing appointment, and the property needed quite a bit of work. And list agent, got the listing, but honestly was thinking about turning down the listing because of just how unique the property was. It's very non-conforming. The previous owners had started to do some renovations and then just kind of said, you know what, we don't want to. Good morning, David. How are you? And just basically stopped. They had already built a new home where they're going to retire hours away and just kind of wanted to be done with it. And this particular real estate agent, who I've known for over 5 years, was willing to take the listing, but was really concerned about how to sell it. These folks were definitely interested in selling it as is, but the price point that they were looking for might have made it challenging to get a completely as-is offer. There was a good chance that most clients would be using an appraisal, some type of bank financing, and there was just a lot of issues with the property. Nothing major, but utilities would more than likely be off, which for even a conventional loan, unless it's an investment loan, even a conventional loan, they need to verify that certain things like utilities are working, the heat source is working, or just that it's habitable. So they called me, ran the property by me. The location was one in which we would be interested in, and the overall beds, bath, acreage, all that good stuff was definitely something that was right up my alley. So went out, looked at the property, skipped to the chase. I was able to make an offer that was very appealing to the sellers, and we agreed on a price. This particular real estate agent now got both the listing agent commission and the buyer's agent commission, which is not why they called me. The reason they called me was because they wanted to offer their clients the best possible solution, and time, just to clarify, was really important to these particular folks. They're basically completely moved out of the home. That's a one-owner property. They're the only folks that have ever lived in this property. They built it, and there's a bit of an emotional attachment, so it was tough for them to leave. They were a little emotional about making the transition to the new home, but we're excited about it. So the important part is that they didn't want to be in their new property and wonder or worry about what was going on back at this home. Matter of fact, the man said when we were sitting down at the kitchen table, he said, if this doesn't sell in a month, I'm going to bulldoze it. And I quote, I'm going to bulldoze the property. Now, no reason to do that. Again, I don't want to exaggerate the condition of the home. It was in relatively decent condition. It just had 6 or 7 projects throughout the property that had been started that weren't finished. So there was lots of exposed wiring. Ceilings had been taken out in certain rooms. Walls were removed in other areas of the house. But it had just gotten to be too much for them, and they were ready to move on. So point being is, within 24 hours, this particular agent went from having a listing that was going to be more than likely a big undertaking, probably a major hassle, would have got lots of showings, and any offers it was going to receive, unless they were cash, would have been really tricky because of financing. So now this agent sold the property, absolute hero to their client, sold it in less than 24 hours, and they didn't have to deal with any showings. They didn't have to deal with any appraisals. They were really concerned about inspections. And this is why, not because there's all these hidden issues with the property. These particular folks are a little old-fashioned. Like, they walked me through the house and showed me literally every little imperfection in the walls, every little plumbing leak they've ever had. And it was really important to them that they did not hand off a list of problems or a money pit to whoever bought the property. So it was a big relief to them that they were able to sell the home to someone like myself that took all the responsibility of any repairs. I didn't even look at the seller's disclosure. Now, shame on me, but I had such a good feeling after walking through the property with them, and quite frankly, everything that needs to be done was very obvious. And that was a big relief for them, that they didn't have to stress over filling out the seller's disclosure and that they might not remember something particularly that, might be an issue 20 years down the road. They were just really concerned about selling the property as is, and we were able to put it together for them, quite frankly, very easily, and we're going to go to settlement in 2 weeks. So what I want to let you know about is what we have that's called a GO program. It's called a guaranteed offer. And the reason I think this is important for my real estate agent friends to know about is not every listing, even in today's market, is going to sell overnight. It's not going to sell in 24 hours, either because of condition. There's always sometimes circumstances with properties. We buy homes that are often tenant occupied, and they're really challenging to show. Maybe the tenant's not real happy about the property being sold, so they stick around for showings. That sometimes can be a little bit discouraging for potential buyers. Maybe it's really hard to get access to show the home. There's a number of reasons why a property might not sell. We buy lots of short sales. What's up, Abe? How you doing? Jeff Finch, what's up, bro? We made 7 offers and had 5 accepted just last week on short sale properties. Now, these are properties that have been on the market for a couple months. And for you real estate agents out there, you know how tough it is to get an offer or to even generate interest in a short sale. A normal buyer is probably going to pass on a potential short sale because of the amount of time it takes to get a final approval from the bank. And quite frankly, most buyers agents will do right by their customers and advise them about the potential pitfalls of a short sale. So what does that mean? For you as a list agent, when you get a short sale listing, it's super difficult to sell. If you bring the deal to me, on the other hand, I'll make an offer. I'm comfortable waiting 6, 7, 12 months for that to get approved. And, whether it's 6 months from now or 12 months from now, I'm still going to be in the business of buying and renovating and renting homes. So there's no timeline for my offer. So if it takes, again, 6 to 12 months to get an approval, you don't have to worry about me changing my mind, getting impatient, moving on to another property. I'll make an offer on a short sale. I'll wait as long as it takes to get approved. And if you need help negotiating it, we have a great team with over 10 years of experience of negotiating short sales that can take on that responsibility for you. So if you come across the listing that you think, that maybe the seller just wants a quick solution, maybe it's not something that needs a ton of repairs. I love buying homes that are in good condition. So it doesn't need to be a property that's in disrepair or needs a ton of work or is mold infested. And I think that's a big misconception, is that we only buy properties that need tons of work. We make offers. I made an offer the other day on a property that was 90% of market value. 90% of market value. So, and I was able to do so because the property was in such great condition. And frankly, I thought I could push the market a little bit on this property because there had been some pretty cool renovations that were done by the previous owner, and no comps to support anything higher than 220. But I was willing to take a chance on this particular home, offer 90% of the 220, and felt honestly that I could probably sell it for 225 to 230, and thought that it would be a fair deal for both of us. And it looks like we'll end up getting the deal. But that particular person was shocked. They actually invited us out to take a look at the property, basically to rule out a cash buyer. And turns out that we offered them much more than what they expected. And, everybody was thrilled about that. So hopefully we get that deal. Point is, a lot of misconceptions about a cash buyer and what we will offer. A lot of people use the term lowball or something similar to that. At the end of the day, we've been in this business long enough where I can offer typically a very high price in comparison to what a normal investment style offer may be. And, it's because we might rent the property, which allows me to be a little bit more flexible with what I could offer. We may buy it, renovate it, and rent it and then sell it to one of our investors, which gives us even more flexibility when it comes to what we can offer. So the point is that for any real estate agents out there, if you have a property you come across and you think that the seller might be interested in selling it quickly, give me a call. We got nothing to lose. We don't charge. I'm not going to be, bothered by coming out to look at 10 homes and none of them work out. That's what I do all day. We make, over 300 offers a month, and, we buy 20, 25 of those. So it's part of what we do. Definitely don't mind taking phone calls, making offers on properties, and at least at a minimum, you and your client will have an idea of what an investor would pay for that home. And if it works for you at the beginning of the list process, that's great. If it doesn't, if time goes by and the property for whatever reason doesn't sell, 3 months down the road, you can revert back to that and know that you have basically a backup plan in place. So the other cool part about the GO program is we waive our right to any buyer's agent commissions. Even though I have agents on my team, when a list agent, realtor, brings us one of their listings, we defer the buyer's agent commission. So you as the list agent would have the opportunity to control the full 5 or 6% commissions. So point blank, you can make typically double the commission you would make, compared to what it would be if you sold it on the open market. Second thing would be we can close whenever the seller feels like it, if that's 2 weeks or 2 months. And we're very open to things like rent backs. I have a property now that we closed on a month ago, and we still have 2 more months to go. We did a 3-month rent back for that particular seller. So super flexible terms. And then if you bring me that listing, we also offer you 25% of the commission on the final sale price. So if we buy it for 100, we fix it up, we sell it for 150, you take 3% of 150, 25% of that commission we send to you for doing absolutely nothing with that resale. So you have an opportunity to get paid 3 ways on the GO program. If you have any questions, you can call or text me, 717-818-3694. You can also email me, eric@crpropertygroup.com. Or if you want to learn more about the GO program, just go to our website, integrityfirst.homebuyers.com. And there's a cool little video on there and a breakdown of everything I talked about today and how it works. So that's it. GO program. Give me a call. Thanks. Take care.